I'm sorry I'm so boring. I'm not though. Hi, who are you? I'm Leora. Have you read Heartstopper though? So yeah. Hi everybody and welcome back to my booktube channel, Books with Leo. So today I'm bringing you this special Valentine's look. Hope you enjoy. I'm also bringing you 5 Valentine's Day recommendations. These are supposed to be romantic books, but I don't really read romance books, I think. I mostly enjoy fantasy books and crime books, the occasional romance, but I don't read a lot of books that would be typically seen as romance books. So I think most of these books are just books that involved romance that I particularly enjoyed. More to say so, involved romance that did not annoy the living shit out of me. So yeah, without further ado, let's get into the books. The first book I want to talk about is a book that I don't have here with me because I rented it from the library, and that is Love, Hate and Other Filters, written by Samira Ahmed. Oh my god, I thoroughly enjoyed this book. I enjoyed it so much more than I would have anticipated. So I really picked it up on a whim, as I do with most of the books I read, I think. I was very ill. One night I was very ill. I had a high fever and I was bored. It was like 3 AM and I could not sleep. And then I picked up this book and it was just so fluffy. It was such a cute, beautiful, nice romance, and it involved so much about discovering yourself. It was really coming of age, but then more diverse, and it was also, I think, an Own Voices novel. I really loved it, but I do know that there was a lot of critiques towards how Muslims were portrayed in this book, and that a lot of Muslims said that it was not good Muslim representation, and since I am obviously not a Muslim, I cannot say anything about that, so I'm very sorry if this was not a good book for you, but I also think this is how Samira Ahmed sees it and what her personal experience is. So the story is about Maya Aziz, who really wants to go to art school when she grows up, but her parents have very different future plans for her, and she's also at the same time, she has a big crush on this guy that she knows from school, but at the same time she's also being sort of set up by her parents for a proper Indian Muslim guy. But all she really wants is to just move to New York and go to film school and follow her dreams, but that is quite difficult in a world where culture, your parents and everything is so different from the world that you live in, which is America in this story. I just thought it was a really beautiful story. It was heartwarming, the romance was beautiful, it made me laugh at so many different points, and yeah, I really loved it. But if you are more interested in what Muslims thought of this book, I'll link some reviews down below, because obviously they have more to say about this and they know better than I do. I'll leave some reviews down below. The next book I want to talk about is My Lady Jane, written by, oh my god, it's 3 writers and I never remember which ones. Cynthia Hand, Brody Ashton, and Jodie Meadows. This book is so ridiculous. I've talked about it on multiple occasions and it's such a weird book. It's about a fantasy world in which people can turn into animals, some people and some cannot, and those two kinds of people stand really opposed to each other, and then we follow the king of this world and all the things that he goes through, but mostly he's just a 16-year-old boy who wants to be kissed. So this book follows his ridiculous thoughts and also follows Jane, Lady Jane, that becomes the Queen of England, and then her head gets chopped off, and all the things that she goes through, and the man she gets married off to, he can turn into a horse. It's wild. It's so wild. This book is just so funny, and I love the funny banter kind of books, and this one is really that kind of a book, and it made me laugh on so many occasions, and that's just really what I want from a book. And the romance was very light-hearted, but very fun at the same time. The only thing that this book kind of lacked was diversity. But on all of the other aspects, it was really fun and really great, and I really loved the romance, which is very rare for me, because normally the romance is like the one thing that I do not like about a book. Okay, I think this is probably the only book on the list that is actually qualified as a romance book, and this is Crazy Rich Asians by Kevin Kwan. I think you all know what this book is about because it's been immensely popular and has also been made into a movie, which I saw first. It's a sin. But I enjoyed the movie and then I picked up the book, and this was a book that I read over summer. It was the perfect summer read to just read out on my balcony while sitting in the sun. Beautiful experience. So this is about Rachel Chu, who's from New York, who is invited by her boyfriend Nick to join his family in Singapore for the first time because one of his family members is getting married, but he forgot to mention to her that he is crazy rich, and then she just gets thrown into this world of cultural difference because they think she's not a real Asian because she's from New York. They're all very uptight, and it's like there's a lot of family stuff going on, and they're crazy, crazy, crazy rich. Like, I've never read anything like this. I couldn't have even imagined how rich these people were. Hi, the card to my camera was full again, so here we are. I was talking about Crazy Rich Asians. This book is also about standing really strong in who you are and in what you can do and why you are worthy of existing and of loving who you want to love. And it's also about family and family relations, as I said earlier. And in the book, we follow Nick's family and their different relationships a lot more than we do in the movie. So the book is definitely different than the movie, but I still enjoyed it very much. And this is definitely the perfect summer beach read or balcony read if you're like me. Definitely recommend. Then, I'm so sorry that I'm always recommending the exact same books, but this is really a book I just want to talk about. This is A Study in Charlotte, written by Brittany Cavallaro, and this is a story. This is a retelling of a Sherlock Holmes book of A Study in Pink, and this is about Charlotte Holmes and Jamie Watson, who are the descendants of the Holmes and Watson families. And Watson is really a Watson, and Holmes is such a Sherlock. Charlotte Holmes and Jamie Watson, of course, fall in love, but very slowly, and it's not like, oh, everybody knew this was coming, it's so boring. It's really, I love the way this is portrayed, because they each have their own character developments and things that are difficult for them, and Charlotte deals with rape, so there's definitely a trigger warning, but it's all really well handled. And this book also has some beautiful critique that way on the way we see relationships and the way we see trauma and especially rape and bigotry in school systems. This book is a retelling of A Study in Pink, and it's about Charlotte and Jamie, who are going to college, I think, or university or high school, I forgot. A school, a boarding school of some sort. Then one of their classmates gets killed in his dorm, and they are trying to figure out who did it. Somebody set them up to make it look like they did it, but they did not kill this classmate, even though he has done some pretty terrible things. This is not really a romance book, but it does involve some romance and some beautiful friendship as well. This is really a book that I would recommend because it also has a lot of humor and a lot of murder mystery, and it really reminded me of Truly Devious, which is one of my favorite reads ever. Finally, I am so sorry, but also not, that I'm talking about these books yet again. Maybe you can guess it already. I'm sorry, I'm so boring. So yes, here I am talking about Heartstopper again. This is Heartstopper by Ellis Oseman, and this is a graphic novel series, and it's boy meets boy, as it says on the cover already, and this is a gay romance, and this is about Charlie and Nick, and Charlie is already out of the closet and he's sure he's gay, and he is quickly falling for Nick when they are becoming fast friends, but Nick is pretty sure that he is not gay. But then he starts doubting everything because he really, really likes Charlie. These books are about discovering yourself. They're like a coming of age story, but they're also about accepting yourself, about sexuality, and about the way society handles sexuality. But it's also heartwarming. It's just, it makes you so happy inside, and it also deals with a lot of important LGBTQ themes. It's beautifully illustrated. You read through it quickly, but not too quickly, and Part 3 is out now, I think. I still haven't gotten it, but I really want to. And yeah, these are just my favourite romance books of all time, I think, until now. Maybe Evelyn Hugo, if you can see that as a romance book, is on #1 still. But I really love these so much. I'll be recommending them to everybody in the future. I will come across, I'll be like, hi, who are you? I'm Leora. Have you read Heartstopper though? So yeah, that's me. So yeah, these were all of the romance books that I want to recommend to you guys. I thoroughly hope you enjoyed this video and that you thought these were all nice. And yeah, that you all have something romancy to read now around Valentine's Day. And of course, Valentine's Day is a construct made up by our capitalist society. And I'm so sorry to participate in it, but I just really wanted to. And also to all the ace people out there and all the different people, I accept all of you, and I hope you all can still have a beautiful Valentine's Day, even if you're single or even if you never want to pursue any kind of romantic relationships. If you're not romantic in any way, that's fine. Maybe you can still enjoy these books, maybe not, that's fine too, but I just really wanted to make some beautiful recommendations for you all today, so I hope I did that with this video. And yeah, I'll see you guys all next time on my channel. Bye!